So this is Will Calvert. His title here is pre-press supervisor, right?
That's right.
And then he's also does a little bit of design work for a place in Jackson, Tennessee called TIPS, which stands for Tennessee Industrial Printing Services. Is that what this is? Services?
Tennessee Industrial Printing Services Incorporated. Yeah.
Incorporated, yeah. So he's a really great person for talking through, the printing side of design. And then this is also, a long run printer, so they don't do a whole lot of short run things.
We do some.
Some short runs. So some pretty big runs, in the thousands kind of thing. So, so Will, do you mind telling me about your college experience?
Sure.
And how you transitioned from college to career, and if you felt prepared or unprepared,
okay,
etc.
College, I went to Union University, and I was a mass communications. I think it was called digital communications back then. But I took a lot of design classes. Graphic design I've always been interested in since I was young. I would cut up magazines and make new ads and things like that. And so I had a great graphic design professor, Jonathan Gillette, who was, I feel like he prepared me for a lot of things. But even in those classes, we would do different assignments, and I'd take them to a printer, and they would say, you need to save it this way, or you need to do this to make it easier to be printed. And so some of those things helped once I did get this job. I already kind of had that background of knowing what to do and what not to do, but we still have to help customers submit things the correct way. So, but I felt like I was pretty prepared.
Good.
So.
Yeah, we're actually seeing Johnny next week. Actually, I'm not. Jesse and the boys will see him. That's so funny. I didn't realize that.
I haven't seen him since I was at Union.
Since he was teaching there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn now.
That sounds right.
Yeah. He's been there for a while.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got started here.
Okay. Got started here. They needed someone in the position that I'm in right now. And actually, I had been doing freelance work, made a lot of posters for the Downtown Tavern for music, and just done a lot of freelance jobs. And so whenever they were searching, they were calling around and my name came up. And I came and interviewed and saw what all the job was going to entail, and it's worked ever since then. I've been here a little bit over 5 years.
That's great.
So.
That's great. So what's your perspective on like how printing is becoming less and less of a need, and how so many things are going digital? Are you seeing that here, how your jobs are different now?
Not really. There's a few things that are different, but we luckily have been growing every year that I've been here.
Yeah.
And there is a little bit of a pushback to people want something physical that they can hold. Sometimes it depends on what the project is, but sometimes digital is a little bit cold for something that's important information. So like we do some mailings, and it's one of those things where like if you get something in the mail, you can throw it away, but you have to physically throw it away.
Yeah.
An email you can just quickly delete.
Right. Or not open it at all.
Or not open at all. Leave it in your million, email folder. But I think print will still be around. I think it'll be around for a long time. I just think there's too much that, looking at a screen and looking at a book are two totally different experiences. And so you extrapolate that out to anything, advertisements or you know, magazines. Think about birthday cards. It still feels good to get a birthday card versus a birthday little thing on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So your mom has always worked in something very similar. Did that help you learn a lot about what you're doing now, or was it just kind of a family thing, like we kind of do something similar kind of thing? I don't know if she still works there.
She's in the post office now.
Okay.
I guess being around it helped some. I got to see Union had like a little press that they would do certain things on. So I got to see that at a young age, and just see all the amount of things that she printed that really, you know, most of the time it was tests, so it wasn't anything very exciting, but every once in a while I was there, something exciting would come through that she'd have to print, and it was, you know, they'd go through picking what paper they wanted to use and this, that, and the other, and so they also did mailings, which I helped out with in the summer sometimes.
Okay.
So I was kind of prepared for that too.
Yeah. You mentioned books. Do you guys do a lot of multi-page printing, like magazine type or catalogs kind of thing? Or is it mostly just a one page?
A lot of the time it's like maybe little booklets, instructional booklets, or we do the like the Miss Tennessee books, that big publication that they put out, and then there's a lot of you know, brochures that may be multiple page brochures that we do. Yeah, I mean, we can do just about anything. We've even done a few books for customers that it's like a personal book. A neat one that we did was like a family. They were going to give out all these cookbooks, and so we did all that publication for them, and that's just a little small, you know, family thing, but it was neat to see that come through the shop.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you think we could see some, like the printer, and see some examples maybe?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of looks metallic.
Yeah.
So our new press, our digital press, will do metallic, and then that's like a clear.
Okay.
You see the clear, you can kind of see it better right there in the light.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's all like a metallic gold.
That's nice.
It's pretty neat.
Just like a little extra
Just
like
a little extra pop.
jewelry on your brochure.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is, and I love these. I've heard that these things are really expensive, apparently.
Yes, and I think this one is, it's probably about, I think it's like $400 for this or something.
$400 for some swatches.
Right. Yeah. I guess it's expensive because they have to, you know, each one of these squares is a Pantone
Yeah.
ink. So you got to think about how
Yeah. You have to individually
how many times
print
you
it.
have to run it through to get, you know, just one. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you had a 7-color press, you could run one sheet at a time. But
Do many people have orders with Pantone?
Sometimes it's not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, most people now, as long as you're really close to their colors, what I do a lot of is, if they have a spot color that they use, we use, like I think is this the bridge? Yeah. So like, if somebody used that Pantone color, those would be the values that I would plug in
Okay.
to get as true a match as I could.
Okay.
So
Cool.
that's usually what we end up doing.
Nice.
So like, this is all pre-press area here. This is what we use to do proofs, color correct proofs. Come out of this machine.
Okay.
And then we can measure the color to make sure that it is within the threshold for G7 certified here.
Okay.
So that certain customers are very color conscious. It's not as big a deal as it used to be,
Yeah.
but we have that capability here today.
Okay.
And that's our plate maker.
Oh, nice.
That's what we use to make plates for the offset presses,
Okay.
which I'll show you the offset. And this is our one digital press that we have right now.
Okay. It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty big. We call it the fridge.
We call it the fridge.
Like this is just a little book that somebody has submitted that we're gonna run.
Okay.
So it's just a little publication. I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
It's not much. Not many pages, but it's just a neat little book.
Nice. It does look kind of like a fridge.
Yeah, that's
That's cool.
It's a little messy today. We've been kind of busy. But that's what we use to address the any kind of mailing.
Okay.
So you can anything from a letter size or like a magazine size. I think that's a publication for Pentecostal of Tennessee.
Okay.
And they mail that out like every 2 months.
Okay.
So we mail that.
So like that little mailing machine will do like automatic postcard mail outs, like current, when it says like current resident at this address kind of thing.
Yeah, and our mailings, they just kind of wax and wane. We're not always steady with mailings, but when we do get busy, it's like everybody wants to mail everything at the same time.
Really? Okay.
But
That
we do
helps
a lot of
out.
mailing for Union and Bethel and Freed and Lane. Most all the colleges we do a lot of mailings for them. So.
Okay. Nice.
And through this curtain is the paper room.
Okay. That's a lot of paper.
This is just all of our stock paper.
Mhm.
We get shipments 3 times a week.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
so I mean, like these two will probably do for just one job. That's probably like 50-pound paper, so that's I don't even know how many thousand.
Really heavy.
Yeah, 20,000 on each skid.
So I guess you have to get a forklift to
Oh yeah.
move those things.
We've got it kind of divided up, like that's all just offset
Oh yeah, there's
paper,
forklift.
and we got coated paper over there.
Okay.
And some of those like specialty paper, so
Okay.
it may be textured or it may be colored, a different color. So and these are our offset presses. So that's a 40-inch 4-color.
Okay.
So that's the size of a plate. 40-inch plate. Each one of those kind of areas
Oh,
within
yeah.
each one of those is a color.
Huh.
So cyan, yellow, magenta, black.
Wow.
2-color 40-inch press right here.
Okay.
We use that on just pretty much anything that's just black work, or it actually can, it has a capability of doing like cutting out like a die cut
Okay.
or perfing for stuff. For all big sheets.
So do you ever run stuff through the 4-color and then put it in there as well? Like,
Yeah, that's what they're doing now with those labels. So they're actually cutting it out. It's got like it's called a flex style.
okay.
And so it's cut out, so this cut out and they come back and do the finishing.
Okay.
And then on the other side, we've got a 5-color 28-inch press. So it's got 5 ink bays. And it's actually got a coater on it too. So you can do coating. Like soft touch coat or gloss coat or anything like that.
Huh.
So what you can do with that is you can have cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and then a spot color. So like Union spot color is 185, I think. So anything that we run for them, you can have that
Okay.
built in there.
Nice. I always wondered how the spot color worked.
It's just that it's like a dedicated ink. Like that is a dedicated color. Everything else is made up of cyan, the yellow, black, and then that's just a specific
Like a clear.
red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it loud?
Loud. And then back here is our bindery. So this is where we put together books or fold signatures, which
Okay.
is just a big sheet of paper. And so we've got like a small folder and 2 large folders.
Yeah.
And then that green machine back there is the saddle stitch binder. So any kind of books that have staples in them, that's where those are made.
Okay.
And then we got a cutting station, and then this is shipping right here. So all these boxes will be going out.
So it's fairly like pretty good assembly line from paper to the printer.
Yeah, the goal
To
is to kind of
finding.
have jobs moved from my area out the back door.
Nice.
But sometimes with mailing, they'll come through and then they come back to us sometimes.
Okay.
But that's about the only way. Everything else just kind of flows out.
That's great.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the mailer is not in here. The
Me
thing.
too.
Yeah.
I've suggested that multiple years. So this should really be back here. I think they're afraid that just because I'm the only one that really knows
How to use
postal
it.
codes and all that
Okay.
stuff, they don't really want to have to invest in training somebody like here. So.
Okay. Cool. So what are all those shelves right there? That's for mailing also?
Then it would be for, we hold stock of certain parts or, printed pieces.
Okay.
And then some of our customers order kind of as they need them. So what we'll do is we'll print like a big run, box up what they don't need today,
Okay.
but they're going to need later. And so we don't have to
Redo it all. Yeah.
print it all on demand.
That's
It can
smart.
kind of be, we can just pick what we need and ship out
Okay.
and just keep up with our stock.
Nice.
And we've got another warehouse out there that's kind of the same thing. It's got stuff that customers will call and say that they need this many of this, and then we'll just ship it out to them.
Okay.
Keep it on hand.
Cool. So you guys have like I'm assuming like UPS or some of those come
UPS
and pick up?
comes, FedEx. We also use like big shipping companies, like a Avid or a Volunteer Shipping.
Yeah.
They'll back up with their 18-wheeler and they'll load whatever needs to go. It just depends on
Okay.
where it's going to. It's the best cost for us and the customer.
Yeah. What's the largest run you've ever done?
I'm not
Since you've been
sure.
here.
I mean, they run on certain jobs. They run, somewhere between 20 and 50,000 sheets, but that may not be the entirety of the order. It may just be what they need right now. So
Yeah.
It could be a million copies. I mean,
Wow.
it just depends on what it is. I don't know for sure because, like I said, some of these, I think, all these are the same job. Every one of those is the same job.
So Delta's down here. Watching
Yeah, Delta and Black and Decker.
Black and Decker.
Companies like that. Right here. So this, see how there's a map on the back? So that'll get folded down to the size of one of these panels. So it just keeps folding down. It's like a pocket, you can travel.
Right. Like a rest stops kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's pretty much it.
May I get close there to see?
It's like a little press, so we'll run like envelopes.
Okay.
Or like right now they've done this. This is like a oh, that's tags. Sometimes we do like 2 parts. So you can write and you can pull
Oh,
out
yeah,
the
yeah.
receipt.
Yeah.
And then this is like a translucent.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
printed
yeah.
on that.
For like nicer
Those
cards.
envelopes are
Mhm. Some postcards.
Yeah, we've done. So that's like some of the mailings that we've done for unions. So those are leftovers. But thousands. Some people. Cause you're at union, right?
Yeah, I went there.
So some of your students might have been recruited. Using some of that.
Oh, this is for Asbury, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure they probably received something like that.
That was kind of the neat thing. So like if you go to the Space Center
Mhm.
and you get one of those photo things, what we did, so this was printed on the offset press, and then we brought it back in here and we put like unique codes on the back. So you would receive one of these whenever you went to get your photo taken, but then on the back they had the I don't think I had any that had the barcodes on it, but you could scan it with like your cell phone and it would take you to the website so you could order the pictures.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice. That's a great example of the bar, the colored bar on the side. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so
Because you see that almost in everything.
yeah. So what this is you're gonna have like 100% black, 100% cyan, 100% magenta, 100% yellow, and then you'll have, this is called a slur mark, and then you'll have percentages. So this is probably 50% of those colors right there. And so as the sheets are coming off the press, they're gonna take, they have some tools that measure these little swatches, and they can kind of see if the press is getting hot or cold in certain places.
Okay.
Because, if that's a 50% mark, they should be registering around 50% the entire run.
Okay.
So if something goes
So
weird...
it's just kind of a nice measurement.
Yeah, that's all that is, really.
Okay.
Just to ensure that the colors stay true
Yeah.
throughout the whole run.
Cool.
This is our tab machine that we have. Anything that nails that needs to be tabbed,
Okay.
it just hooks up in between those. But it's big and bulky that gets in the way, so we move it out in there.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks for showing us around.
Yeah. Welcome.
That was really cool.